Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, my fantastic family and friends? It is your boy, Mr. Dominique, aka the Scorpio King, baby. Back at you with another episode. Dom's World from right up top. We're going to get to chopping it up. I want to talk about gaslighting. Okay, I've had a few people reach out to me and ask me to talk about gaslighting. So, it's not anything new, but for some people, understanding how it's used and what it is kind of new to them. Okay, so what's old to some is new to others. What's new to others is old to the others. Okay, so you know what I mean. Let's get to chopping it up. Let's talk about gaslighting, family. Okay, what exactly is gaslighting? Gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse in which a victim is manipulated into doubting their own mental perception or sanity. Okay, you staying with me? Stay with me now, okay? Because I want to get through all this. Gaslighting can be something as small as someone moving their remote control and telling you that you did it, but they were the ones who did it. Okay, taking something from you and telling you that you gave it to them. All right, so basically, in a sense, when someone's gaslighting you, they are playing with your mind. They're manipulating your mind. They're trying to make you think something is happening that's not really happening. And to fall into this category of being gaslit, you almost have to be weak-minded, family. Okay, don't shoot the messenger, baby. But I feel like, if somebody can warp your reality, if somebody can make you think something is happening that is not happening, how strong are you up here? You have to ask yourself that. So that's why I always say you want to be mentally strong. People should not be able to gaslight you. Not at all. Not at all, family. Good old-fashioned H2O today. Okay, let me give you a couple of examples of gaslighting. Jason's roommate was gaslighting him by stealing from him, I'm sorry. Let me start that over. Jason's roommate was gaslighting him by stealing from him and repeatedly telling him that Jason let him borrow those things, making Jason question his own memory. Okay, so in that example, Jason has a roommate that's stealing from him, and the roommate is telling him, "You gave me these things." Jason's like, "Hey, you keep taking my stuff," and the roommate's saying, "No, you gave this to me." That's a form of gaslighting. How's that even possible? But it is. Okay, gaslighting is a form of mental abuse. When people gaslighting you, when people trying to change your reality and make you think something's happening that's not happening, that's mental abuse. That's a form of abuse. It's mental abuse. Let me give you another example of gaslighting. A boy was being bullied at school. These kids would call him the wrong name and lie to him about being his friend, but they knew that they weren't his friend. This particular group of bullies were gaslighting him. Okay? What I'm saying to you is that these kids were telling this boy that, yes, we are your friend, knowing that they're not his friend. They were bullying him. They were pretending to be his friend, but they were bullying him. And this boy is basically saying, "You're bullying me." But they're saying, "No, man, we're just playing with you. We're your friends." They gaslighting him. They're picking on him and bullying him and making him feel bad, making him feel unwanted. It's making him feel horrible. But yet they're trying to tell him that, "Hey, we're just teasing you. We're your friends." That's not how friends treat you. Would a friend bully you? This little boy know he's being gaslit. But they're trying to tell him something different. Okay, so that's a couple examples of gaslighting. Gaslighting can be so many things, and it can come in so many forms. But the one common thread in gaslighting is that people try to make you question your reality. All right? So no matter what they're doing to you when somebody's trying to gaslight you, they're trying to make you question your reality, question your memory, doubt your own mindset. You have to be mentally strong. dealing with people in this world today, gaslighting is as popular as it's ever been, as big of a term as it's ever been. You better get right up here, baby. Real talk. Okay? 2 forms of gaslighting I want to talk about right now. One form is unintentional gaslighting. Okay? Like when a child falls down and hurts themselves really bad for the first time, and they're crying to you. But then you say to them, it's okay. It's not that bad at all. Stop crying. Well, their reality is that they really hurt themselves really bad. And as a little kid, they don't have a lot of experience with measurements of pain. And as an adult, we do. So when a little kid falls down and hurt themselves really bad, and they're crying and they're saying, and they're crying about how bad it hurts, and then we say, stop crying, it ain't that bad. It's unintentional gaslighting. We're gaslighting them. We're trying to tell them we're trying to tell them what their pain is. They're crying and they're the ones who's hurting, and we're trying to tell them it ain't that bad. We're trying to change their reality. That's unintentional gaslighting. Okay? Another example of unintentional gaslighting is you're working on a project and you're struggling with that project, and you share that information with someone. You say, I'm trying to get this project together, but I'm having a hard time. I'm stuck. I can't get past from A to Z. I'm just struggling. It's really hard. And you share that information with someone, and they say to you, oh man, I already been there, done that. I did that. That's easy. That's not hard. Why are you struggling? It's a piece of cake. That's unintentional gaslighting. That's someone sharing to you their experience, that it was easy for them. But your reality is, this is hard. This is a struggle. Okay, so they're unintentionally gaslighting you. They don't mean to try to change your reality. They just haven't really took the time to think about what you're saying and to really consider the fact that it is hard for you. Another prime, I give you an example for myself. I do not know anything about fixing cars, working on cars. It's just not my thing. Sorry. I ain't ashamed to tell you. I lift the hood of a car and it's like, what is going on? It's just not my thing, fixing cars. So I always got to make sure I can pay a mechanic or somebody to fix it for me. It is what it is. I know that about me. Now, there are some things I know how to do. I could change a tire. I even watch somebody change oil. If I had to change oil, I could do that. I could fix a flat. You know what I mean? The basics. I even know how to, if depending on what I'm driving, I even know how to get or rig it if I need to get from A to B. I've done these things. But just to go down under the hood and fix a problem for somebody, I'm not a mechanic. That's not in my DNA at all. My brother and my dad are really good at fixing cars. That skipped me. All right. So I can lift the hood of a car and somebody can say, hey, go up under there and take the alternator out, or go under there and do the oil change. Well, first, I would have to see somebody do the oil change first. But for me to just lift the hood and go do the oil change, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Don't know. I don't understand it. So I can share that information with someone who's a mechanic, and they'd be like, oh man, that ain't nothing. Piece of cake, that's easy. I do that with my eyes closed. Well, your reality is you can, but my reality is I don't understand what I'm looking at. That's hard for me. So for them to doubt me and down me and belittle me would be unintentionally gaslighting me. That's another example. Okay? Family, the other form of gaslighting is done with malicious intent. Okay, so malicious gaslighting. This is when someone does it intentionally. This is when someone wants to manipulate you on purpose. So that's the stuff that we talked about earlier in the video. Someone gaslighting you to benefit themselves. People gaslight you to avoid responsibility at your expense. They'll tell you that, you did something, or so they don't have to do it. They'll tell you left dishes in the sink. You didn't. But they'll swear up and down you did it so that they don't have to do it. You gotta, and it's like, How is that even? I'm thinking about how is that even possible that somebody can make you think you did something you didn't do? But it's possible, else this wouldn't exist. Gaslighting wouldn't exist. The term wouldn't exist if people weren't being gaslit, and if people weren't gaslighting people. It's true. Gaslighting is normally done by somebody close to you. Your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife. Normally it's somebody close to you that gaslights you. Only somebody close to you can make you think you're doing stuff that you're not doing. A total stranger it won't affect you. You won't really care. But somebody close to you gaslighting you, that's dangerous. Especially if they're doing it intentionally. That's dangerous. And you want to be aware of people like that. Okay? Ultimately, family, what is the goal of gaslighting? It's control. It's control. People gaslight you to have control over you. Why else would they do it? Why else would someone take the time to go move a remote control and lie and tell you that you did it? Other than to control your mind, your sanity, your reality. They want to be the puppet master, and you're the puppet. And if you with somebody that's doing that to you, get the hell away from them. Get the hell away from them. Somebody want to play with your mind and do you like that, adios. Put their ass out. Don't do that. Don't allow nobody to play with you like that. Why would somebody want to do that? I don't know. That's a waste of time. You don't got anything better to do other than to move something and tell me I did it. What kind of games you playing here? So if you know somebody that's into gaslighting, get rid of them. But always remember that people do it unintentionally too. And even the malicious gaslighting, make sure you are aware, because a person may be doing it unintentionally. There are examples of unintentionally gaslighting someone. Someone could honestly think that you did something, but because they know that they didn't do it. So they may think you did it. Because all they know is that they didn't do it. But it's a possibility that neither one of you did it. So there are forms of unintentionally gaslighting people. But when somebody is doing it intentionally, boot their ass up out your life. You hear me? We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. We grown folk around here and we don't play those games. Family, if you like what you hear, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for all notifications. Like and share these videos. It is your boy, Mr. Dominique, a.k.a. the Scorpio King, saying peace. One love, baby.